the song of my life. I'm finally writing the greatest feeling in the world. Here, let me enlighten. It was May 14th when you came in this world. Everly Hawkins, my beautiful girl. Your mother was strong, and me, I almost fainted. A new family portrait, the picture we painted. I'm saying the best day of my life, I made it. We waited for so long for the love we created. Happy chilling with mom for the very first time. A sign that we're aligned from the love we find. I remember holding you just in disbelief. You stole my heart that second, who knew you a thief? So unique and amazing, it's crazy the relief of a healthy born child, been a while at peace. I see a wonderful life for you, my daughter, the author of what's next, so blessed I'm your father.
The deeper I sink into these memories, it's got me thinking, where does the time go? And each day you're wiser though, where does the time go? Baby girl,
You've grown so much in just over a year. My dear, it's too fast, what I ask is clear. Appearing to my eyes, you're your own little person. You're feisty like mom, but my identical version. The words I'm trying to say make my written speech finish. Kinda powerful to think that you're my spitting image. A privileged man, I know my heart is full. Wrapped around your finger, all the strings you pull. I'm not perfect, baby, I'm learning daily. Greatly appreciated, you saved me. I know it's crazy, amaze me on how smart you already are. You the light of my life, shine bright, my star. I'll follow you anywhere if you ever need dad. It's the love I can show that I know I had. So glad that you're here, changed my life for good. And the best that I could be, see I knew I would.
the deeper I sink into these memories, it's got me thinking, where does the time go? And each day you're wiser though, where does the time go? Baby, the deeper I sink into these memories, it's got me thinking, where does the time go? And each day you're wiser though, where does the time go? Baby girl.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to RUMCHATS episode 24. I got a special guest today. I got Spitten Image, and it's all about his album Arrival. So I'm going to let him introduce himself. Go ahead, my dude, introduce yourself.
Bro, thank you first and foremost. Thanks, Jordan, for having me again, man. I'm stoked to be here. Spitten Image, man. You can check me out at www.spittenimage.bandcamp.com to purchase Arrival. Make sure you stream it. Spitten Image, SPTTEN. Check my new album, Arrival, on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Shout out to Spirit Leaf and Cannabis Clothing for that much love.
Yeah, shout out Stay Platinum as well.
Stay Platinum, my fam, my boys. Yes, sir. Got to rock this stage last night a little bit, which was pretty dope, man. It was a good time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was supposed
Just a little thing, man. You know, it was just a little thing. Nothing too crazy, but it was a good time.
Alright, what song did you perform?
We did Monsters.
And any one of these little melting fools can get it.
Ready to get it started, I'm all style about the talking shots with the cannon while these bars are wildin' out right about now. This team flipping the script, LSD on the mic, who'll be looking to trip? That's it, I wanna flip, people praying I slip. A bit of burning desire, now people saying he's lit. Equipped to write records, every second is precious. Trying to count on somebody, you expect me a census? Relentless, without sounding pretentious. 10 years behind these bars, a hell of a sentence. Take a shot for the top, can't stand another. Sign the dotted line, what do you plan to cover? Here to take what's mine, here's the ransom number. Reckless around the net like a Hanson brother. This man don't slumber, to each their own. I'll be Augustus in Rome when I reach my throne.
Monsters
control. But I'm a monster by design, so let the story unfold. If it's a merry-go-round, well, around merry we go. I'm here to let it explode. I don't do well with tippy toes. Had to kick in the door, yeah, you know who spit it raw. Let's the rival motherfuckers, we already took the detours. And I'm thankful for the avenues I got to explore. And now people I adore tell me that the world is yours. But of course, I took it by design and brute force. Started on the porch, now we holding up the torch. They know we got it locked, and they trying to meet the source. I'm just a fearless warlord, I'm dragging corpse with my horse in all directions. Yeah, they kick it off with no mention. Try to pause progression, and I introduce the henchmen. We platinum, so you know we really getting at them. More precious than the metal, this my lifetime of passion.
Monsters in my mind. It's a merry-go-round. I'm losing control. Monsters in my mind. It's a merry-go-round. I'm losing control.
Okay, so Bully was on it too then.
Yeah, Bully swang through, and I think he did one with Dirty Laundry later in the night and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
Mhm.
All right, so tell me the process for Arrival, how to go.
It was crazy, man. It all started like last year. I dropped Detour, and the pandemic happened, and without doing shows and stuff like that, it kind of was like, well, what do we do now? And my genius idea was like, oh, let's fucking make a new album, even though it cost the time to make, but we did it, man. A year later, it's out, it's released, it's here. But yeah, man, it was more just because of like COVID and like not being able to do shows. It was like, well, we got to do something. So it's like, while we can't do shows, let's stack up the ammo before we hit the stages again, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so the first track on Arrival, it's the self-titled track. Who produced that one?
I believe that was Scare Beats, I think. Yeah, I think it was Scare Beats. And as soon as I got it, I had a folder stuff I got from him, and it was like I heard it. I was, man, this is like a perfect, like, just the beat was very like hype. It was the energy of like what I was gonna bring to the rest of the album. Yeah, man, it was very upbeat. So what we did too, me and Twigs, shout out Twigs, the engineer, Burrow Media, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we was like, yo, man, like let's make this like a little intro track. So like, you've heard it too, and some people it just fades out on me and still rapping, just because of, like we were saying, man, it's like just an intro song. It's like a little hello to the album, and yeah, man.
All right. And then you got your second track, Working with Wordsworth.
That was cool, man. Wordsworth, like, big fan of him for a long time. I got to open up for him and Ace in 2013 at Ritual.
Yeah,
And the guy, man, the guys are just. What's that, bro?
I had him on the podcast for season 1.
Yeah, that was a really dope episode, man. Like, it's cool just listening to him, man, because he has like a lot of wisdom in the game, and he's been in it for a long time and like knows the industry and stuff. And plus, like, I mean, he's such a dope rapper, and he has such a unique voice, right? So it was cool, man, to reach out and do a record with him, and he smashed at 24. So I had to come just as hard, and I think we created a dope record together, man.
Yeah, you guys definitely have a dope record with that one, and that one's called "Working" for the people watching.
Yes,
then
sir.
we have "Legacy."
Yeah, Legacy, man, was actually like the first song I wrote for this new album. It's just the way it kind of worked out. I really liked the beat. I think it was Scare Beats again, that one. But I really liked the beat, man. And I was like, okay, I started writing to it. I wrote 3 verses for it. I have some pretty solid bars in that one. And yeah, it just that was like kind of the turning point where it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm starting to write another one. and another one and another one, and here we are.
Yeah. And this one's special. Everly's song. Did I pronounce that right?
Everly. Yeah.
Everly? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, man. Oh, good.
Everly's song with Cat Pug, who's also a great person. We hung out for a while when we had her on the show. She'll be on season 2.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely great. We need a part. I actually need a part 2 with her because we were talking so much that I was like, okay, we need to cut this in half.
Yeah. So keep some for the other season.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's fantastic. She's super talented. Great down to earth person, man. And like it was an absolute pleasure to work with. And like it was crazy because I sent her that song, and I was just like, well, do your thing, like you're insanely talented. So she came in, and like we were at the studio, and like she just literally dropped the hook, and I was like, it's friggin' perfect, man, especially for a song that's like really close to me and stuff like that. Yeah, man. So it worked out really well, and it turned out to be a beautiful song. Probably obviously my favorite, probably one of my best written songs I've written, just because it was straight from the heart, everything like that, man. And it's we're thinking about shooting a music video for that one, probably coming up pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We have some. I had a meeting with Bully, and we discussed some cool ideas I had for the video. So I think that one might be coming up sooner or later.
Yeah, that'll be dope. That'll be something.
Man.
That'll be a forever thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, man. It's important to me, like that little project, obviously. So yeah.
Definitely. When I was younger and when I was rapping, then back in the day, there, my uncle passed. I made a track about him. That was one of my favorite tracks too.
Yeah, man. You have it for life, like you said. You can always like listen to it whenever you want.
Yeah, and then the next track we have War.
War, yeah, man. War was, I think, the second track I did for the new album, and yeah, man, it was just like the beat, the sample was heavy. It was a dope sample, and I just went to town on it pretty much. It was just like how I was feeling, like like dealing with an inner battle, like I usually do and stuff, and conscious weighing and trying to grind and trying to do this, and like it was just more of like a war between myself. And definitely a couple of buddies of mine, man, really like that track. It's a little bit more of a MC type track.
Yeah, definitely. No, you definitely showed your skill on that track. It was a good solo track to come after the first few tracks, and then you come with a solo track like that. It was good.
Yeah, man.
The
first couple tracks, obviously.
One thing about me is like when I look at an artist album, I always look at the arrangement of their songs.
Yeah, man.
And like sometimes like they have like a track where it's like it sounds like they're about to cry, and then like the next track they're hype, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. You need to blend in the other like styles before you just go from one to the other. It's weird to me.
No,
I don't.
100%, man. Definitely.
And then Come Over was after War.
Come Over was after War, and like that beat. So that beat, man, was originally sent to DL Incognito. Me and him were talking like throughout the like couple months last year and stuff. We were trying to work on a record together for my album, but he was in the middle of working on his album and stuff, so he was super busy. But that was originally sent to him. I think we probably would have did something different with it, but every hip hop album needs like a chick track, like a kind of a love song, that type of thing. And It's just more like it turns out to be at the end of the song, I'm talking about like hip hop. But like, through all of it, you think I'm talking about a chick and stuff like that. But obviously it's, the same love and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it was, and like the beat, like as soon as I heard it too, that was produced by Dilly. Dilly Got It Bumpin' from Toronto. As soon as I played it in my car, man, I was just like, holy shit, like the track pumps, you know? So I was like, yeah, we got to do something really dope with this. So yeah, it turned out pretty sweet, man.
I could see a video for that track too.
Yeah, man, me too. Me too. And we left it like, I thought about doing like a certain hook and this and that, but like I kind of left a little sample that runs the hook and it just kind of, you know, jumps back into it and stuff. So that again would be something super dope too, to do some visual. There's a lot of songs, man, on this album. I'm not just saying it because it's my own fucking shit, man, but like there's a lot of records that like we can definitely do visuals for, and like we've discussed probably like more than a handful, man, about what we wanted to do. So yeah, Come Over is definitely one we could do too.
Yeah. If you need cameos, I'm gonna be there.
Sick, bro. Sick. I'll hold you to it.
Yeah, do it. I was supposed to be there last night at the show, but I was feeling sick and I was like, fuck it. But then when I saw the videos, I was pissed because I was like, damn, that shit was lit.
It was a good time, man. Definitely a good time. Mike and Freddie Fame.
Did you meet
people.
Steph Lyon?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I met a lot of people last night.
He has a chain that says Lion.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
You know
Yeah,
he's from
I think
Ireland?
I think he was with Calix Breezy.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He was with his
yeah. No.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's from Ireland. It's crazy.
Oh, sick.
I was the first one to find out about this guy in the city.
Oh, dope, man.
Yeah, man, I'm pissed. I should have been there last night. Like, yo, I found this guy.
Yeah. Fuck, I brought him in, boys. I brought him in.
Trying to bring him under the umbrella that I have.
That's dope, man. That'd be a good look.
But no, definitely, he's dope though. But back to you, Birth of Hip Hop, the skit. Not much to talk about there. It's just a skit.
Yeah, we just put it. I thought it'd be pretty clever, man, to put a little skit in before, obviously, what we'll talk about next. You know.
It makes it feel old school with the skit. That's why I like it.
Yeah, man, me too. It was just, again, too, bro. Like you know, you heard the whole album and stuff and every record. It was like Arrival with like the little bit of intro song, and then we had a skit a little halfway through about what we were, you know, what I'm doing in hip hop and stuff, and then like the last track, obviously, you know, the way it ends and stuff. Like it fits all well together, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then we come to the single, The Game of Hip Hop with Master Ace. How is that working with Master Ace? I talked to him the other day, actually, for the podcast.
Right.
And we spoke about you. Like I do, I always shout you out with the people you work with. Try to see what they felt about you. You'll hear
man. Sick, bro. Dude, like you know, we're homies and we talk on a personal level, obviously, on and off camera. But honestly, dude, it was an absolute dream, man, to work with him. And I'm not just saying that because like I got to work with him. Like Master Ace is like literally one of my favorite rappers. Like the one one of them I listen to like constantly, right? Like A Long Hot Summer. That album was like literally like we bumped it all the time, man. When we were like doing, me and my buddies were like movers. We'd like bump it at like 6 a.m. driving to work.
that was a good
it's
album.
absolutely incredible, man. So yeah, man. So like he's obviously a huge inspiration to me, and just the way it kind of, you know, came about, and we were talking about how the record we were doing, and at the end of the day, it was dope too, man, because it was like we didn't put two verses together, we created a record. It was like, you know, like we went back and forth about the ideas, and I was like, you know, he came through and he's like, well, what about like talking about mentorship and that type of stuff? And he came and he sent me the verse, and I was like, man, it's perfect. And it really worked out, because then it's like, okay, so he's talking about this, and now I'm gonna write my verse and what I want to say according to, you know, what we're gonna do, you know, like talking to a mentor or talking, you know, an OG, a legend for guidance. You know, you can't get any
Yeah.
better than. So, honestly, too, man, like.
Oh, we lost him, I think.
Fans, their music, your fans, what they've done.
Hold on
And
one
it was
second.
just cool, man, because when you get to meet it.
You got to start over because you froze.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Not the whole
no.
thing. Just what you were talking about there. I didn't get it.
Cool, man. I don't know words. Yeah, man, it was like, you know, we were saying, like, literally some of the nicest people you get to meet, and for me especially, being legends that I looked up to, and then getting in contact with them and like being that like dope and like receiving, it was sick, bro. It was really sick. And I really honestly, man, I definitely want to work with Mass Dace again. I think it's definitely a huge possibility there. You know, we've been in contact and stuff since everything, so definitely I would love to work with Words and Ace on a next record and stuff. I have some ideas in mind, so yeah.
I'm excited. It sounds exciting.
Yeah, man.
And then you have Renegades featuring my old homie Tynan or
See,
Magic.
see. Yes,
How is
sir.
that?
Tying in, man.
How I like that record, man.
Thank you, bro. It's honestly, man, it's definitely one of my favorite records. That beat we had was incredible, and it was a kind of a cool story how it worked. So, um, obviously, I was like, you know, like Tragic's in New York and stuff, and I was like, well, like we'll see if he's able to make a record with me and stuff. So I hit him up and he's like, yeah, man, like I got a little, you know, I was like, dude, I'll take care of your studio time, whatever. He's like, no, I got like my setup here. It's just, you guys need to take care of it, like mix and master on your end. I was like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So the way he approaches it, man, so it was funny because he wasn't originally supposed to be on that song. I sent him Monsters before Bully and Cat were on it. I sent him that beat and he loved it.
Yeah.
And then probably a week later, he comes back and he's like, man, like, I love the beat, but like, I can't write to it. Like, I'm just, you know, and we all get like that. I've gotten like that too. I'm like, dude, this beat's sick, but like, I can't figure it out type thing.
Yeah.
And so I sent him, I sent him a couple more beats and then I sent him Renegade. Renegade was done. It was mixed, everything. So I said, and he's like, bro, like, can I get on that joint? And he's like, yeah. I was like, dude, no problem. So the way he approached it too, man, was absolutely incredible. His flow, like I said, his approach, the way he came on it, man, like it was sick, bro. Mad shoutouts to Tynan, mad shoutouts to Philly Moves, nothing but love for my big bro, you know.
Yeah, shout out Philly Moves, man. Then we have March On.
Okay, yeah, so March On, produced by Quest. Shout out big homie Quest.
Yeah, shout out Quest.
March On was just like a song where I heard the beat, and the BPM was a little bit slower. So I had to approach it very differently than I normally did. And I felt like I wanted to switch up my flow, my cadence, like everything. Like it's very choppy. It's very, you know, like it's all over the place. And I just wanted to kind of showcase what I can do with rap and with my flow and with, you know, writing and showing a little bit of versatility in my arsenal. And yeah, man, it turned out super dope. The chorus turned out really sweet. The way I approach it is very lyrical and very on point. And it's kind of like the dark horse of Arrival for me.
Okay. All right. And then Dedication is number 11.
Dedication, obviously we dropped the new single for that. Dropped some visuals for it. That was sick. Again, shout out Twigs for filming. It was shot at Burrow Media, which was super dope too. And yeah, it was the second single we released after the Game of Hip Hop. And yeah, that one too, man, just showing like, you know, never been afraid to work, never been afraid to grind. that I'm still on the grind, that I'm still doing my stuff, that I'm still, you know, succeeding and, you know, trying to make my moves and trying to make my place and my mark in this game and this industry. And just, yeah, it was kind of that, but like with a lyrical and like an old school, very East Coast beat. And yeah, it turned out super dope, man. It really did. Dedication was the last record I wrote for Arrival.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
That was a dope video, though. I like that video. Oh, we lost him again. Shit. Come on. There you go. We're back. All right. You froze again. All right. Next, we have Monsters featuring Bully Zones. Shout out Bully and Cat Pug again.
Yeah, shout out Bully the Boss and shout out Cat. That record, man, was just literally the beat was fire. And I thought right away, I was like, you know, like it's sick, man, when like a vocalist is on like a hype beat. And that's literally how I put it together. And I was like, Kat, I sent Kat that one too. And she's like, which one do you want me to be on? I was like, both, right? Like I wanted both. I wanted you to do both records. And it worked out really well, man. And then like Bully, I was just like, bro, like I want you on this one. Because we were discussing what records and stuff. And I would have liked to get one more rapper on it, but at the end of the day, it was just kind of like I said, we were like the record sounds dope as it is.
Yeah.
So let's just leave it. But yeah, man, Bully came correct. Bully me up and showed me like in the high school verse, which is super dope. You know, for me, it's kind of Dr. Dre to Eminem thing. You know, obviously not on that fucking level, but you know, like shout out Bully, man. Like nothing but love for big homie.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Bully. And then yeah, so then there's Ain't Me.
Ain't Me, man. Ain't Me was that was a cool track to write. Through all my history, man, and my writing, and like we've done interviews, and I've done interviews a lot about recently too about how I started with Live Feed and you know being in that group, and it was a cool track to write, man. It really got off a lot of stuff that like happened that I've talked about on the radio, but like haven't talked about in a record about what happened between me and my homie, and all love, man. It really is, but you know, like how we went different ways, and I stuck with this music, and you know, where I went from like leaving life, you know, Live Feed breaking up to the start of Spitten Image to you know where I am now. So it was kind of a dope combination of from like start to present where I am now.
Yeah. All right. That's a good explanation, actually. That sums up that song pretty well.
Yeah, man. It literally that's all it was, and it was sick too, bro. Because I felt it was the perfect album to put it on. I don't think it would have worked well on The Road I'm On or Detour or you know things like that. Like I think it was the perfect album, the perfect setting to address. You know, like starting from where we started to where we are now or where I am now. And yeah, man, shout out to my homie like Tranquil Flow. Like it's funny, Jordan, like, you know, when we go to the cottage or something together too, like the man can still rip it. Like you know, having a couple beers, the guy can still put it down, bro. He can still spit an ill freestyle. And that's how we started, man. Was like we started battling other kids at parties and shit in high school and like early college days, man. Like that's how we started rapping, and then it was just like we started freestyling, and that's how we all got into it, man. And then it was like, okay, let's record this, and who knows, man. Like we've talked about doing a track together. Maybe we'll put out a single again, me and him, kind of surprise everybody, because he itches for it, but he, you know, like he still loves music and has so much interest in music, just not doing it. But you know, he talks about it all the time when we're together. I'm just like, man, like we got a studio. You can come and like come through and rip it. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Maybe I'll get Tranquil Flow and live feedback for one more record.
Dope. I'm ready for it.
Damn.
Then number 14's Villains featuring the homie Happy Kills and the fucking great Circa beats.
Yeah, man. It was cool, dude. Like that beat is really hard, and I wanted to do something super dope with it. So it was weird too. Me and Happy were talking about something, and me and Happy worked together on some things that got released but didn't because of Caesar or whatever. When we were signed to TDMG, but enough of that. Yeah, no. So like me and Happy were talking about it, and I was like, man, give me your email. Like I want to send you something. And I sent him a couple of beats. I sent him that one like first, and he's like, "Yo, man, like this one's super dope." So, and I was like, "I know how Happy comes. Like Happy comes like super correct, super aggressive, like super dope." I always love what he says because a lot of it's like crazy and like hype, and his energy on a record's infectious, man. And obviously, reaching out to Circa because that was one of the records, man. I didn't know what to do with the hook. And I had a hook for it. I had something else for it. And then I was just like, nah, man. Like, I was like, let me see what Circa does. So I reached out to Circa and I was like, here you go, man. Like, and Circa loves when I talk to him because he's like, man, you make me crate dig. I was like, yeah, bro, like for sure. And he always finds the dopest samples. Like that AOTP, like those Jedi Mind Tricks and stuff, that sample that he like chopped up on that track is perfect for it. It's absolutely perfect for it. And yeah, man, of course. And he like sends me back and I was like, bro, like this is nuts. And then I sent him a mixed version of that record before the drop, and he's like, oh, okay. So he's like, that's how you guys brought it, eh? Like you both just went in. I was like, oh yeah, man, like we snapped on it. So shout out Happy, shout out Circa, much love. You know, I can't wait to make more records with them.
Yeah, definitely. It was a good track.
Thanks, man.
I like you and Happy together. It works well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it did, man. And you know what? You know what, Jordan, I thought about too is like because me and Happy have similar styles, but we have very different styles.
Yeah.
And
Happy could change from like
Happy can do anything. Happy can spit bars. Happy can go, you know, do his crazy graveyard music type stuff, and like everything's dope he does. And so like I was like, okay, well we'll see what comes up of it. We'll see how the record turned out. And man, it turned out super dope.
Yeah, it definitely did. Definitely did. Then we have the final track on Arrival, and that is Worse Is Yet to Come. Who produced that one?
That one was Dilly again. Dilly got a bumping from Toronto. With the sample too, I heard it. It was just so melodic, man. It was perfect. I think that was like again too. It's funny how I remember all this stuff, but it was like I think it was like the third or fourth track I wrote. And after all the songs were done, you're going through everything, and it was almost like I wrote that song to be the final song from it.
Yeah.
And without even knowing that it was going to be. And it turned out really perfect for the ending of Arrival. The way it ends, like, kind of fades out to the deep voice. How it's, you know, only a half verse and kind of flips everything when I'm like, the best is yet to come. You know, switching it and stuff. And I mean it, man. You know, like, this is only the beginning. It's been the beginning. It's been a long road. It's been a trying times, and you know what, at the end of the day, bro, we're in a good position, and I'm happy to be where I am. And that song was just like the sprinkle at the end to let them know that, like, you know, we got so much more coming.
Yeah. It was a great album, man. I really liked it.
Oh man, I appreciate it, dude. I really do. It was something that, like, it's gonna be hard to top. But I look forward to the challenge whenever the time comes. I decide to put out a new album, but we're going to be working on a lot of singles in the next couple months, and some big power moves, hopefully. And yeah, man, we just keep grinding.
Shout out to getting the album for free. Don't hate.
That's family though. That's family. Like I think only maybe a handful of people.
I promote you when I can.
Fucking A, man. That's all that I ask.
Yeah, and this will be a dope episode. People are gonna listen to a few tracks. So I'm gonna play. I don't know. I think I'm gonna play "Working."
Dude, honestly, man, whatever you feel for the vibe of it, man, play them.
Yeah,
whatever you want, man.
I'm just gonna play like one at the beginning, one at the end, and then maybe like do a scratch and just let another one play. I'll play 3.
That's sick. Yep, perfect.
You're
bro,
the only
honestly.
person that gets that much attention on my show.
No, dude, I'm topping up every opportunity, dude.
You're always welcome on the show.
Appreciate that, man. And like I said, whenever you want to have me, please, I'm always gonna come back for you, my dude. I love this show. You guys, honestly, man, you literally started this, what, a couple months ago, a year ago now, and your season 1, man, is absolutely incredible. It's like the guests you have, the topics you have, whether it's on the line with or RUMCHATS, bro. Like, I'm a fan of it. These are great music podcasts, and man, everyone should be listening.
All right, this has been RUMCHATS episode 24. Shout out to my friends at Past Life. That's V, not an A. So check them out on Instagram at Past Life Products. My sponsor, Kanawaki Brew Co. And yeah, shout out Bobby Brugal at Past Life. And my cousin in Montreal for the hat.
It's been a process, I'm blessed where I'm at. The focal point on my journey, I'm so worthy of that. The time I can't get back, I wouldn't change in a minute. A minute I wanna win it, never feeling my limit. I've been in it so long, I'm loving every second. Do you have the same hunger? A rhetorical question, a blessing I must say. This way ain't minute made, sick bars like Clinic Aid. Finna made this renegade, laid to rest my demons. A whole new person, working to be perfect in the soul I'm searching. Diverting the closed curtain, all my goals determined. The times I burden, and as a whole I'm hurting. Earning a better title is vital for one's growth. Supposed to have it made like a mafia oath. So close to see a pay, who's to say I have? Cause I know that I'm alone like I play for the Jazz. Drawn out like a 3-hour movie. This is what you should be doing. Nah, I'ma just do me. Sounds crazy to me to chase a dream like this. What if I fail? What if I lose? Take this shot and miss. Dismiss the negative. I say living for bliss. Remiss to write a diss on the normal abyss. Enlist these ideas. Be inspired for change. Estrange the bitter people. They just evil and strange. I'll tell you myself how the other side lives. What it takes to prove yourself. How much energy to give. How much time to spend. What direction to go. Cause below these plateaus ain't no room to grow. I know the ups and downs, they some twisted ones. This ain't police brutality, but stick to your guns. You got one life to live, make it wicked and fun. Live with no regret, I done did it, I'm done.
days instead of the steady haze and these heavy rains. You better wait for better, and then better's late. Every day is just a better cage. I need a better place. My head is getting strange. It's a clever game, and they won't let us play. They get us paid till the debt is paid. This shit'll never change, no, it'll never change. There's 7 different levels to center stage, but I settled for second place, and my metal was tested, then my metal breaks. There's still no letters on this wedding cake. Fuck it, I'ma press the pedal and forget the brakes. Try and levitate with every breath I take. I tear up every page. The best ending is the end of race. It's for the rebels and renegades, oh.
One for the treble, 2 for the bass line, 3 for the rebel. Gotta hear the ace rhyme, a great mind, soul of a lyricist. In fake times, it's hard to be as real as this. It's genuine, first you grab the mic and then you rhyme. And then you find it's a business and then you grind. But never lose the essence of the culture. Like roadkill in the presence of a vulture. This shit can eat you up and really beat you up. Find it hard to sleep at night, this shit'll keep you up. Toss and turn, bridges burned and you learn. You're only gonna get out what you earn. Don't be concerned with what's happening over there. Them dudes are sweet, man, that's saccharine over there. Just focus on yourself and what you represent. And may our message be forever sent. It's real.
Real hip-hop music, hip-hop music.
Thanks for the advice, I was feeling heated. I needed to hear it now, how the game is treated. Competed on every level, the treble is peaking. I'm speaking on this topic, couldn't stop it from leaking. I'm seizing my own moment, I know it's a cover. They harbor some resentment, I can sense it in others. Another fork in the road, it's the path I stay on. Play the game like Stringer Bell, but always move like Avon. We stay strong, no packing up, we ain't gone. When the game's on, I'm making moves like Saquon or I made Dawn. I'll meet a chill for a sec. In retrospect, it ain't regret. I prep for the next step. I kept losing sleep. These shapes opinionated. They hated until they faded. Just save it for when I made it. Know I made it for this journey. I've been willing to travel with this dope wordplay like spelling weed on Scrabble.